So moving on to our next topic on the mobile automation testing with Appium, we are going to talk about how to set up an Android emulator and then run any particular mobile application in an emulator. Now, there are basically two ways you can test your mobile applications. Either you use your real mobile devices to run your apps, or you can use the emulators and simulators. Now, for Android devices, you just have emulator, there is no simulator. But for iOS devices, there are simulators. So we'll understand the difference between emulators and simulators in some of the upcoming sessions. But for now, we'll just focus on how to set up an Android emulator, how we can start running any particular device using this emulator, and then how we can even run our apps on these emulators. Okay. But first, let's understand what is a Android emulator, right? So Android emulator is basically a software which can simulate your Android devices on your own system so that you can test your application on a variety of different devices and with different API levels without the need of having many physical devices to match those configurations. So the emulator provides three distinct advantages. One is flexibility, which is not only it can emulate a particular device, it comes with predefined configurations for various types of Android devices like phones, tablets, Wear, or Android TV devices, right? So you can basically put any particular configuration which are already preloaded. Then there is high fidelity. So in this, the emulator provides almost all the capabilities which you will find in a real Android device. So you can simulate incoming phone calls, text messages. You can specify the location of the device. You can simulate different network speeds. You can also simulate rotation and other hardware sensors. You can access Google Play Store, and you can do a lot more. And then the last advantage is speed, right? So testing your app on the emulator is sometimes much faster and easier than doing it on a physical device. So these are the three distinct advantages of why you should be considering emulator instead of physical devices. Now, in order to set up Android emulator, there are basically two steps. We need to create an Android virtual device, and then we need to run our app on the emulator, right? So these are the two simple steps. Now, before that, we need to set up something called the Android Studio. Now, this Android Studio contains the Android virtual device where you can run your emulator. So we are going to set up the Android Studio. Then we are going to do some configurations. And then we are going to create our emulator using the Android virtual device. And then we are going to start up an application on our emulator, which is basically Android devices, which is emulated based on certain configurations of that particular device. So the first step in this whole process is to download and install the Android Studio. So Android Studio is the official integrated development environment for developing or even for testing your Android apps. It provides all the tools for building your Android apps on any particular Android device. It also has got lots of other features. So here you can go to Google and you can search for Android Studio, and then you can go to this page where you can download this Android Studio. It's completely free. So we are going to download the Android Studio. You can take any particular version which is available for you. So I'm going to download this Android Studio by accepting these terms and conditions. And then let's save it somewhere. So once the download is complete, then we can come to our downloads folder where we have got the exe for that particular version which we downloaded. Now double click on it to start installing this particular software. Now it will start the Android Studio setup, and then we just need to follow the prompts in order to install it in Windows. So it is going to install the Android Studio, and here you can see that there's another component called Android Virtual Device, which is also known as AVD. We also required this, so it's already selected here. Then we click next, and then we choose a location for installation, and then it will create a start menu folder, and then you click on install. So we'll wait for this to complete the installation, and then we will start configuring our Android Studio. So once the installation process is complete, then click on next, and then click on finish to start the Android Studio. Here you can choose either you can import the Android Studio settings or do not import. Since it's a new installation, I do not expect the settings to be present. You can choose whatever you want here, whether you want to send any statistics or not. Okay, so now the welcome screen will be shown here, and then we'll just click on next. So let's go ahead and customize the installation settings and components installed. So here it will give us an option to choose what we want to install. So here you can see there are lots of different options. You can either choose to install all of them, or you may not even choose to install everything, right? So here we see that the system can run the Android emulator in an accelerated performance mode. So you can set the maximum amount of RAM which can be used by this particular Android emulator, right? So we'll go ahead with the recommended settings, which is of 2 GB. And then we will click on next. And here it will show a summary of all the components which it's going to install now. Okay, we will accept all the terms and conditions and then click on finish. Okay, so now it will also install some components which are required for Android Studio. So once you complete the Android Studio installation, then you need to go through the component installation. So again, we'll wait for this to complete. So once this download and installation is complete, then we can click on finish. And now our Android Studio will launch. It will look very similar to IDE if you have worked on it before, which is called the IntelliJ IDEA. It is built on that particular platform. Okay, so it looks almost the same. Now, as we discussed already, this is an IDE for developing Android applications. You can also use it for your testing using different emulators. So now we will go to the SDK manager first. And here you will see we have got three options: SDK platforms, SDK tools, and update sites. And here you can see in SDK platforms, you have got a couple of Android versions of software, right? So there is Android 14, 12, 11, so right from 2 till 14. Now, it all depends on what particular operating system you want to test your applications with, right? So if you want to install any other Android operating system, then you can go ahead and install it right from here. So if I want to use the vanilla ice cream version of the Android operating system, then I can just select this. And then I can go to SDK tools. So you can see here currently the Android emulator, the hypervisor driver, and the SDK platform tools are already installed. If you want to install anything else, you can also select that here. We would require the Android SDK command line tools later on. So I am going to select this. So these are the two things which I want to download and install right now. So I'm going to click on apply. And then it is going to again download and install these two components, which are additional to all the default components which we have already installed. Okay. So we'll wait for this to download and complete the installation. So now that it is completed to install the required components, we'll go finish, and then we will click on OK. Right, so that's the first the configuration which we need to do from the SDK manager, and then we can go to the virtual device manager now, and here we are going to create our own emulator, right? So let's go to virtual device manager. So here you will see that already one device is already present. So it's already configured. It is the Pixel 3a. It is the type virtual, right? And it is using the Android 14 version. So I can go ahead and start this virtual device. Or if you want to create or test with some other device, right? So you have to create a new virtual device, and you need to click on this plus sign here in the device manager. So in the virtual device manager, you will see that you will have lots of different configurations, right? So you can see the category, you can create any type of device here. It could be a phone, a tablet, a watch, operating system, a desktop, a TV, or even an automotive, right? So these are all the categories which are present. Then these are all the device configurations. So it could be a small, medium, or it could be any of these different devices. So there are various versions of the Pixel Android device, right? So we can choose anything from here, or we can choose our own configuration like a small or a medium sized phone. Okay, so I'm going to choose the Pixel 8 Pro. Okay, and then I'm going to click on next. And from here, we can also choose the version of the operating system. Okay, so I'm going to choose the vanilla ice cream. So this is the version on which I want to create this particular device. But for now, all of these are showing as disabled, although the vanilla should have been downloaded, but you can always download these images right from here. So I will click on this download link, and then it will start downloading this system image. So I will let it download. And once it's complete, then we will continue our creation of the virtual device. So once this particular component is again installed, we'll click on finish, and now the vanilla ice cream system image is present here. We can select that. We can click on next, and now we can choose our own AVD name here. So for now, we will just leave this AVD name as the default. Okay, we will probably just make it a little short. We'll keep it Pixel 8 Pro. You can see here, it is showing the dimensions of the particular device. And then it is showing which operating system version it is running on. It is running on Vanilla Ice Cream. We can choose which startup orientation we require, either landscape or portrait. Okay. And then it is automatically selected the graphics and the performance. We can also go to advanced settings here. Okay, and we can choose the storage, the RAM, and other things. Okay, but that's all which is required here for the configuration of the AVD. And then we will click on finish, and then it will start creating the Android virtual device. So once that configuration process is completed, here you will see now another device has been added into our device manager, and it is called the Pixel 8 Pro, right? The type is virtual, so you can add as many devices as you want, depending on which devices you want to test your application with. Now, in order to start this particular device, you can see here on the right-hand side, there is a play button. Click on that, and then it will start this virtual device. It will launch the emulator. You might get some security alerts from your Windows, but you should accept them. So once your device starts running, you will see that a green signal will show here, and you will see the actual device which is running on an emulator. It has emulated the complete device right from the operating system to the hardware and to all the different configurations. Okay, you can also access the default apps along with the Play Store. Now, along with the device, there are different controls to turn off the device, to increase the volume, to turn on the camera, to maximize the screen, to rotate the device, go back to this previous screen, or go back to the home screen. Okay, so all of these controls are also present here in the emulator, and there are even more controls here, which are called the extended controls, right? So this is all possible through the emulator. And as a final step, now if we want to install any particular app into this particular emulator, we just need to prepare our application, which is an Android application. So it will be in the APK format. I have already downloaded this. So we just need to drag that application into our emulator device. Okay, so I'm going to drag it and I will drop it here, and it will then run the APK installer to install that particular application in our device, right? So here is the application which is getting installed here. And now you can go ahead and also run this particular application directly on your emulator device. So here you can see this is the application called API demos, and then you can go to any particular screen, just like a normal user will navigate through different screens on the application. Okay, so this is how you can install and configure your Android emulator, and then you can run a virtual device which is running on a particular operating system with your specified configuration on the emulator, and then you can install your apps and start testing your apps like you would do with a real device.
That's all for this particular video. If you have any questions, then please leave it in the comments. If you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.